I've always been passionate about the work I do in caring, but I just really see the value in nutrition. It is primary health. It's about everybody's lives. Everybody has something that they deal with around food, so it's a common language. Food is really the gateway to health. Every day people are faced with making a lot of decisions around the food choices that they make. And they make them oftentimes in rapid succession, one after another after another. At the end of the day, you may have made 200 decisions around your food. It almost becomes paralyzing for people to really understand what's right around those choices. I think when people think about food, they often think about food in terms of energy or maybe in terms of diets that they may be on. But really, food is just a lot more than that. What you put at the end of the fork is so much more powerful than maybe some things you might even find in a medicine bottle. So many nutrients, and those nutrients can confer health benefits from the time you're born and all the way through your life. Eating healthy has never really been more exciting and actually even easier to do. You can have access, you can get to farmers markets, you can grow in your backyard, you can maybe even use a community garden that you can rent space from. There's a lot of different ways to get good produce and good foods on your table than it's ever been before. At Washington Hospital, it's really important for us to kind of get to know the story of our food. So we really advocate for people learning where their food is coming from.
It's not bad, right?
It's not bad at all.
Patients want to know a lot about their nutrition and they don't always know to ask. And so I like to provide an opportunity to hear what they're eating and let them know what I think about that and what the recommendations are regarding their health. Everybody has different needs. Once you start adding in different disease processes, it's really important to speak to your doctors, but not only your doctors, but a dietitian or somebody who has nutrition experience and knows the ways that these different medications, foods, and health interact with each other.
We think of the food that we provide here from start to finish as really being medicine for our patients.
So when we're trying to develop a meal plan for an individual, we look at their laboratory work, their past medical history, currently what they're doing, and then work with them to come up with a plan that they can follow. So there's no one diet that fits every person.
So great to see you again. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you too.
Well, Lori has helped me get a better control of my eating, the amount that I eat, and mostly the type of foods that I eat. I think I've always been a healthy eater, but maybe I was eating too much. And she also has enough knowledge about nutrition, food, to tell me which foods are good to focus on and maybe stay away or be careful about.
When someone comes to see a registered dietitian, most of what we talk about is food, of course, but I always ask about exercise and activity too, because if your goal is, of course, to lose weight, it's going to be easier if you're also able to add in activity and exercise.
I've been seeing a trainer, but at the same time that Lori and I started working together, I feel a lot stronger, a lot more balanced. It's really more about the strength and being able to continue and do more stuff.
And I think actually this gives you, remember I was talking about the recommendation for frozen dinners. I think it's actually...
For years I've pulled my shoulder muscles, so I just assumed I pulled the muscles again, but this last time it hurt a little more, so I went to the doctor. Just didn't think nothing of it, just normal stuff I thought. But then the doctor did some tests and found out it was a heart attack, so now I'm here.
When I met with Christopher, we talked about what he currently eats, and he's very open, very honest, and he's eating a lot of fast food and burgers.
Just eat a little healthier, try cooking things a little bit different and make it better. For the most part, it's pretty good food.
Did you have any questions about the diet instruction that we went over previously? So if you remember, these are the handouts that I gave to you.
Mr. Horn is, I think he's being really positive about a lot of the changes that he's had to kind of embrace and accept the submission. He's realizing he's going to feel better if he follows the renal diet that we've kind of laid out for him.
I have stage 4 renal failure, which means my kidneys aren't doing very well. Washington Hospital has nutritionists that specialize in different nutritional needs, depending on what a patient is going through.
I think one of the biggest things that people can do for themselves is to focus on what it is they're putting in their bodies, what it is they're eating and drinking throughout the day, and that it will actually make a difference if you consistently think of your food as your medicine.
Learn how nutrition affects health at BayAreaHealthierTogether.com.